Could I give an example of satire in the Bible? Yeah, the book of Jonah. The book of Jonah is one giant satirical commentary on the nation of Israel. In order to see it, you have to see this excerpt from 2 Kings, where it says that God restored Israel's border through what he had spoken through his servant, the prophet Jonah. But just a verse earlier, what does it say? He, Jeroboam son of Noash, did what was evil in the Lord's sight. He did not turn away from all the sins Jeroboam son of Nebat, the first king of the northern kingdom, had caused Israel to commit. So essentially you have God, through the prophet Jonah, telling his people that he will deliver them despite the fact that they are not turning away from their sin. They're continuing in their evil ways. And then the book of Jonah uses this backdrop to tell us a story of a prophet that goes to the city of Nineveh where wicked people live, and he doesn't want to go because he knows that the people would turn from their sins and God would relent from his disaster. So it's kind of like Jonah thinks that Israel deserves to be delivered by God because they are his chosen people, even though they don't repent. But Nineveh is somehow undeserving because they are the enemies of Israel, and he does want God to destroy them. And what makes this even more satirical, even more ironic, is when Jesus calls this out, when he says, "An evil and adulterous generation demands a sign, but no sign will be given to it except the sign of the prophet Jonah." In essence, Jesus is telling them, you're expecting deliverance for Israel, but I have come to bring deliverance for the whole world. And that was something that offended the Jewish people at that time because they saw the Messiah as a political figure that would free them from the occupation of Rome. But yeah, Jonah is a satire. You can kind of read it almost like a South Park episode, basically. I'm not saying it's a made-up story. I believe it was a real event that was recorded, but it is nevertheless a satire.